I don't usually make content like this, but I want to talk about this. There's been a video that's been blowing up this last around a week or so about this about Palm Beach Pete. Now, I don't think I need to explain this to you guys, but for anyone who, might be living under a rock, Palm Beach Pete is this dude who blew up all over social media like a few months ago or a little over, like probably half a year ago now, something like that. Because of his uncanny resemblance to Jeffrey Epstein. He's a bit controversial because he, kind of turned that whole thing into a joke, and there's, because he looks just like the guy. Arguably the worst person on the planet. Like, I'd rather hang out with Hitler and Genghis Khan than I would that guy than good old Jeff Ep. There has also been rumor around that Palm Beach Pete is Jeffrey Epstein, and he got like some cosmetic surgeries, and there were videos showing like how it was done and stuff like that. So, and there was recently just a video of him like just released that kind of feeds into that whole Palm Beach Pete and Jeffrey Epstein Spider-Man meme. Before I get into that, I want to show you just a little bit of what this guy really is, and just so you guys can get a good idea of what's going on here.
The internet is going crazy over a video of a local man driving down I-95 who people say looks just like Jeffrey Epstein. The clip spreading quickly online, sparking double takes and even fueling conspiracy theories. But tonight, the man in that video is speaking out. CBS 12 News reporter Katie Benty is in Palm Beach with more. Katie.
A Palm Beach man is going viral tonight for a resemblance people can't stop talking about. They say he looks just like Jeffrey Epstein.
So this is the big kind of like what started this whole thing. It was originally a video of him driving in his car, and people could not, like, the whole thing was like, is Jeffrey Epstein alive? Like, originally people thought it was AI, but then this guy like made an account on social media seemingly overnight and then blew up, being like, his whole thing being like, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. I'm just Palm Beach Pete, guys. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. That's like all he says. That's like the only sentence that exists in his vocabulary.
Good morning, everybody. This is Palm Beach Pete from Palm Beach, Florida. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
So pretty much the only thing this guy knows how to say is, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. Which, that makes sense. That explains everything, right? Except, why are you making this your brand? That's what I don't get. Like, okay, yeah, the guy looks like him. Sure, 100%. Don't disagree with that. But why would you make your brand on, like, being so public about you looking like one of the most evil people in the universe? And then there was some things too about like Jeffrey Epstein being Palm Beach Pete and some like, surgeries and stuff they had. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about there was the video that just got released. I don't know if it was like, it's been out for at least a week now. And this is some pretty weird stuff that kind of feeds into the whole like Palm Beach Pete and Jeffrey Epstein are the same person.
Hold on. Jeffrey.
Palm Beach Pete.
So that's the part that's been going viral, and I can see why. It was a couple of things are weird about it. One, that he answered to Jeff, which some people try to, explain, being like, well, he's been called Jeff so much, so you might as well answer that. But if your name is Pete, then why would you answer to the guy that you look like? If I look like someone else and they say their name, I'm not gonna turn because that's not my name. But the other part that everybody found really weird is how he smiled when he turned over, and then his smile just dropped when he saw the camera. And there were even some people saying that, like, oh, it was a bit, and it's kind of feeding into this whole thing because he's smiling at them like he knew the guy. But if, you're trying to hide this, then whatever. But it's just that smile dropping that people just can't seem to get over. And which I get it, like it is super suspicious to see that, and I think it's, very telling. But I think what's even more interesting is the response that Palm Beach Pete made himself, like dropping the truth bomb on us to tell us what actually happened, and that, hey, I'm just Palm Beach Pete.
That's
It's
Palm Beach Pete.
disrespectful. Not right.
Hold on. Jeffrey.
It's not my name. I don't answer to Jeff. Palm Beach Pete.
So that's pretty much that's just the whole response. That's it. Just that little clip of him doing the green screen behind it. And I don't know if he was just doing it for satire or like what his whole plan was, but it makes him look really stupid because he says, I don't answer to Jeffrey, while showing him showing like the world a video of him responding to the name Jeffrey. Like, where does that make sense to you saying, oh, no, me. No, I don't respond to Jeff. No. Hey, Jeff. Huh? Like, it makes zero sense. Why would you say, I don't respond to Jeffrey, while showing a video of you responding to Jeffrey? It's, and then he does but he drives away super fast and says his whole I'm Palm Beach Pete thing or whatever in the video. And like, he pretty much says I'm Palm Beach Pete in the voiceover at like the exact same time he says it in the video that he's reacting to or responding to, like pretty much in sync. It's like this dude just has it built into his brain as being like, at this time, I always gotta say Palm Beach Pete, not Jeffrey Epstein, Palm Beach Pete. That's like his whole thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's really not much to help this guy's case out here. I mean, like, even if you look at some of the videos that they have about like the surgeries and shit like that, like honestly, I really wouldn't put it past them to do some stuff like this. It's weird to me that someone like this exists and they're using this as like a marketing thing, where they're being like, oh, I'm gonna basically LARP as this, evil, mischievous, like child sex trafficker. But then when everybody puts me in a position, I'm going to say I'm not him. And then you have the flip side of that argument where it actually is him. And instead of, staying hidden, as most people like him would do, instead he just gets some cosmetic surgery and then just goes back out into the real world. And like, why? And then now there's like a whole thing too of now he's running for mayor and people are actually supporting this campaign. And I'm not talking about like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't support him because he looks like Jeff and he might be Jeff. I'm saying you shouldn't support him because the dude doesn't know dick about like being a mayor. This dude is just like, he's just some random guy that got famous off of social media because he looks like Jeffrey Epstein. And this is the guy you want to have for mayor? Why? Why would you want that? That makes absolutely zero sense. If people are saying he looks like a child sex trafficker, and then he puts on it like, oh yeah, I'm going to be running, vote for Palm Beach Pete 2028. And then people are being like, oh yeah, the freaking like, the guy that looks like Jeffrey Epstein. Huh. Yeah, I'll vote for him. Why would you do that? I mean, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. Nobody, that's not actually going to happen. I mean, and I feel like even he knows that to a degree. It's just another way for him to get attention and to make money. Like this dude's already been going to podcast about it. And even did like a lie detector test and it was a whole thing. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this new clip that was going around because it's been like absolutely blowing up everywhere. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. So have a good night, guys.